Hello, 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 everyone, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Daniela Alina Viola, and it is my great pleasure to assist and support you in your awakening and in your ascension and manifestation creations. This is such an exciting time to be alive. There's so much going on right now, and I'm just so thrilled to have all of you guys with me to share in the journey. So tonight we're going to be talking about, or today, or this morning or this afternoon, whatever time or place that you are, we're going to be discussing all about manifesting and what's going on the planet right now, and utilizing the cosmic cycles, the moon cycles, really like the galactic cycles, to assist and support you energetically in embodying the master creator that you are. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen. Let's see here. You have to forgive me because I am, how do I move that? Yes, there it is. All right. And we're going to do the slideshow. Got a little slideshow here for you guys. Hopefully everybody could see that. Gotta move this thing out of the way. There it is. Okay. So, welcome, and thank you for being here. This really means so much. Your being here means the world. This is all about moon manifesting that we're going to be talking about tonight, and really just about what's going on the planet and how you can really utilize these energies that are in this massive shift and change that is happening on the planet to assist and support you in really truly embodying the master creator that you are, in co-creating the reality, both within your personal world, as well as in the collective, manifesting the reality that your higher self and your highest self is looking to experience. And your being here really means the world. And if you see the image I have here, we have the old earth, the outdated earth, the earth that is crumbling, that we see is crumbling outside of our windows. And then we see from that, morphing from that, a brand new world, a brand new earth, right? And in order for this new earth, because we're really bridging into what's going to be called or known as the golden age. Hold on just a second. And with the golden age, in order for us to embody that golden age, well, we have to let go of the old. And that's why I chose this imagery here, because we're really letting the old just fall behind, while we, as the master creators we are, embody through our bodies, the new earth is birthed. And so this is our lineup for this evening. So we're going to start off with a DNA heart opening light body activation. I know that sounds like a lot, and it is, but that's just going to assist and support us as a collective in our group to unify and then to raise our vibration a bit to help us bridge more into the 5D from the 3D. We're going to then talk about the current energies that are going on, update of energetics, what are happening on the planet, and what we can expect in this next month. And we're going to talk about some living fearlessly and what living fearlessly means and how to embody that in the face of all this great change that we are being presented with. And how working with the moon and the cosmos really changes your life. I've been working with the moon and the cosmos and like the galactic energies and so on and so forth for, on one level or another, for probably about 3 years, but more concentrated as like a lifestyle in the past 12 months. And I mean, the shift and change is tremendous. It's multidimensional, and it's truly amazing to behold. We're going to get into talking about how working with the moon and the cosmos changes your life, the supportive and highly effective tools of the master creator, which can be quite simple but quite profound. We're then going to talk about the moon manifesting and more program that I'd like to introduce you guys to. And then we're going to get into a manifestation meditation, all encompassing around the new moon in Capricorn, which is, I believe, on the 13th of January. So here we're going to do a DNA heart opening light body activation. Just for those of you who just joined us, just make sure you have a pad and pen nearby and that you have some water. Okay. And during this, hold on a second. Just want to make sure everybody is muted. Okay, beautiful. So we're all muted. Oh, hold on a second. You know what? I just realized I'm a silly girl. Did I? Yes, I did hit record. Okay, I always have to check that because I'm like, I always have to remember that I'm recording. Okay, very good. Okay, so sit back, relax. Okay, close your eyes. If you want to lay down for this, you can lay down for this. Okay, you want to be in a position where you feel that you could completely let go. So if you have a high back seat where you could rest your head back, okay, your head should be resting on something. Okay. And just take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And another nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Very good. And just allowing your body to completely relax. And let go. Very good. And breathing in and out, relaxing the head and the neck, the spine, the arms, and the hands. And just breathe in, let go, and relax the diaphragm. And now the chest, the abdomen, and relax the legs and the feet. Very good. And allow your heart chakra now in the center of your chest. Allow it to open as you relax. And just set your intention to receive this light activation of DNA. So your DNA opens up to as many strands of DNA as appropriate, up to a total of 12 strands. And that all changes are integrated with grace and ease. And now take your intention to your pineal gland in the center of your head. And allow your attention to focus on the master cell in the pineal gland. And allow your higher self to guide you there. And just touching it with your consciousness. See or sense the DNA in this cell, in the master cell, a coiled substance that holds the codes that keeps you as you are. And breathe. And now open up to the light language codes that are now coming in from your healing team and your DNA surgeons. You may see the codes, you may hear them, or you may simply feel them. Allow yourself to open to grace. And see or sense your DNA now activating to the required level. And as this happens, your divinity is activating in your every cell. Your multi-dimensional access is opening up. Your gifts and creativity, your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, your ability to heal yourself and to express your divinity can be accessed more easily now. Allow the activation now to spread from the master cell in the pineal gland to every cell in your body. A wave of relaxation and energization flows in and through you. You may experience heat or cold, tingling sensations, or you may see colors and lights. Feel the Kundalini energy in your sacral area. Feel it becoming activated and moving up your spine, awakening consciousness and freeing up blockages. Allowing your DNA now to be activated. And you may step more now into your divine human expression, allowing this truth to radiate from you and to touch all those you have ever met or known at any time or place, and to travel up your lineage and down into your descendants in a sharing of grace. And connecting now deep within your heart center, within the center of the center of the center of your sparkling diamond heart, the pure source spark of diamond light within. And take a moment to feel your heart's intent. The frequency grows in intensity as your DNA activates. And note how your heart and energy fields feel in this now. And in the name of the divine human creator incarnate that I am, I welcome in and forth my higher self. I am presence. I am oversoul, angelics, master levels, galactic levels, and all aspects of me across realities, parallel, seen and unseen. Unify in this now moment and put your focus here. I call forth my sacred heart to be fully activated in alignment with my highest expression, to the highest level complementary to my journey in this now. Higher levels show me the way and guide me as I enter into the purification of my heart and the raising of my divine DNA. Calling forth the highest quality of divine DNA within me to activate, rejuvenate, and regenerate, rebundling and etherically reconnecting in this now. Reclaiming my purified, Christed DNA across all timelines, densities, and dimensional expressions. Purify and divinitize all the levels, layers, strands, and genetic expressions to align with my pure and true organic beingness. Divine DNA, receive, activate, and replicate the pure freedom codes and light codes throughout my body and energy fields. Beloved DNA, light up and rewrite my form and energy fields into sacred geometric patterns, reflecting my divine highest self. I fully reclaim my highest expression and welcome forth my universal self, cosmic self, divine DNA activate to the highest level, which complements my journey in this now moment. I call forth the full activation of the rainbow light body codes within my DNA, opening the crystalline bridges of ascension within my physical awareness. Divine DNA activate and rebundle into the sacred geometric proportions, receiving and anchoring pure divine light and ascension codes into every cell. I am presence, restore the patterns of perfection in my body with ease and grace. I ordain this under all graces and forces of the infinite pure creator. Source, I am. I call this forth in the highest level allowed by cosmic law, in divine alignment with the divine plan and blueprint for my pure, true awakening and ascension. And breathe. I love you. I thank you. And so it is. And just take a moment and refocus on the heart center. Just taking a moment to feel into how you feel in this moment. Note how your heart and your energy feels. Feel in this now. Beautiful. Whenever you feel so inclined, wiggle your toes and your fingers and come back into the space. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. That was a loud noise. Hope I just woke everybody up there. Sorry about that. Okay. How's everybody doing? Anybody want to give me a heads up, or did I lose everyone with that? Good. How was that for everybody? Anybody want to share their experience? What that was like? Or are you all just so flabbergasted? Okay, good. Thank you, Dennis, for the heads up. Okay. How about you, Dominic? How was that for you? Was it good? Okay. Hope I didn't put everybody to sleep if you guys are tired. Okay, good. I know that for me, after I do that, I definitely feel lighter. I feel the energy moving through my body. Usually it takes me a little bit to get back into reality after something like that. Okay, very good. Okay. All right, so we're good to continue? Yeah, how about you, Joan? Good to continue? All right, awesome. Okay. So let's talk about the current energies that are going on right now. So right now we are in the waning cycle of the moon. Waning cycles meaning that the moon is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it goes into darkness. That's where we're in the new moon. When we're in a waning cycle, that's a time to let go. So that is a time to release, release, release. So from the time right after the full moon, after that period of time, you want to be in release mode. You want to be letting go, letting go, letting go. And you could do this in so many different ways, right? You could, if you're having a hard time emotionally letting go, then physically let go of something, right? You can let go of things that are in your house that you don't need. You can let go of, trying to, not trying to, but engaging with new activities or patterns that can help you to let go of old patterns or things that don't serve you. Setting your intention to let go and allowing yourself to let go. We are now in the age of Aquarius. So for any of you guys that have been following me on YouTube, I've been putting up a ton of information on there on aligning with the highest timeline for 2021, the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that we just went through. The time that's happening now with Jupiter and Saturn now in Aquarius, this has not happened. They have not been together since 1405. And if you think back at that time, that was the beginning of the Renaissance, right? So it's like this higher mind and expansion. And that's what Jupiter and Saturn, they represent. So putting them together and then putting them together in Aquarius it's all forward, it's all innovation, it's community, it's sharing, it's love, totally different vibe than what we have been in for the past few hundred years. So now we're just starting in with this age of Aquarius. So, that was the Renaissance then. We're looking at now creating a brand new Renaissance in the modern day. Very exciting. Jupiter and Uranus are going to be clashing. They'll be in opposition on the 17th, and this is going to create what's projected to be created as a really big shakeup and wake up call on a planetary level. And just understand that whatever's happening on the macro stage is also happening on the micro, meaning whatever's happening on the big stage is also happening on your personal stage in one way or another. Jupiter is, I should say Uranus is about tech, rebellion, and innovation, and Jupiter is about expansion, healing, and higher being. And these two are coming together and they're gonna clash. So we're gonna see that playing out on the world stage, and you may also find that happening on your own personal stage. So just keeping a heads up for that. Life is changing super big time. We all know this. I don't think I need to get into all the different things that are illustrating that to us, but you can use this to your advantage and really step into the new you, because this is a very fertile time of change on the planet. We are bridging from one world, right? Like that initial image I showed you, the old earth and the new earth, and we're bridging into the new world. And that means that anything goes. Really, anything goes at this time. It's a fertile time of manifestation and creation. So this really can enable you to step into a whole new you. The new moon in Capricorn happens at midnight Eastern time on the 13th, right? So that means like the night of the 12th, when it hits midnight into the 13th, that's when it peaks. And these cosmic events that are happening now mirror and match the same frequencies and energies that were running January 12th of last year. So what does that mean? Well, January 12th of last year, the way the energies and everything were aligned, and I'm not an astrologer. And let me just say that first and foremost, I'm not an astrologer, but I do have my, ear to the ground, and I have my connection, and I know some of astrology way back in the day. I used to do natal charts. I'm talking like 25 something years ago, but that's not my specialty. But I do keep myself very informed and very connected to what's happening astrologically. So just understand that the energies of last year are being mirrored this year, and where we were last year, that was like right in the beginning of COVID, right in the beginning of like crisis mode on the planet, having to deal with health and freedom and so on and so forth. So what's happening now, and this is what makes this time of January 2021 so immensely powerful, is that we're mirroring those old energies now, but now the houses and where they're positioned have shifted. And we're going to talk about what that means. So the kind of like crisis, world stage shifting that happened last year, that was beginning last year, is going to be happening again, but this year going into 2021. We're going to talk about a little bit more about that. So our security and our stability is being challenged. So again, whereas last year it was about the health and freedoms, this year it's around security and stability. So whatever it is that makes us as a collective feel like we're safe and secure is going to be shaken up, so to speak. So for example, if your home gives you a sense of stability and safety, then there may be some sort of issue with the home. Just using an example, it could be anything. Finances as a collective is our sense of safety and security. That may be threatened. Or pose a big shakeup that's going to make us feel insecure, right? Because the unknown, you know, it can be a scary thing, especially when you're not grounded and you're caught up in the whirlwind of all the shift and the change, and it's just so much, and you're not in that centered place within yourself. You know, you can get caught up in the whirlwind so quickly and so easily. And that's one of the reasons why I prompted you all and invited you all here tonight, was to present to you, you know, some sense of an opportunity to come together as a community to create strength and stability, and also to show you guys and to guide you through a process that has worked for me in keeping very grounded as a master creator, really embodying my master creator sense of being, utilizing these kinds of energies, this kind of information to be able to prepare myself, prepare my family, prepare the people in my community to the best of my ability, right? You can't force anybody, but you can, you know, make the resources available for those who feel so called to take it. So January and February are going to be the most challenging and stressful times of this year. So we're going to get hit intensely right in the beginning of the year, and then it's going to start to cool down more towards March. So whatever this is that's happening energetically, how it's going to actually play out is going to play out most intensely in January and February. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay. Yes, exactly. Okay. So, so January and February. So we also have the sun and the moon and Pluto. And this is about revisiting the past, right? So this is an awesome opportunity for us to capitalize on these energies to really give some conscious attention to what has transformed for you. What truth has revealed itself and come to light since this time last year. So for example, for myself, my life and the way my life was from last year to this year is totally different. And a good portion, not just because of what's happening in the world, but a good portion of that is because of the attention that I gave to manifesting what I wanted, and the attention and the effort that I gave towards letting go to that which was working counterproductive to that. So really, I encourage you, you know, after this class, when you can, is to really revisit within yourself what has transformed for you, what has shifted and changed, and what did you let go of in order for that shift and change to happen, right? In this past year, a lot of these energies are mirroring from last year to this year. So where you are now, taking a look at where you are now as compared to where you were then, will be a huge eye and heart opener for you. And you can then utilize, say, well, what did I do that worked for me, or what didn't work for me in this past year, and then carry that knowledge and wisdom into this next year. And again, if anybody has any questions or if I'm moving too fast, please just let me know. Okay, so what this means for you. So make note of what still needs to go from last year. What's left over, you know, and that could be anything. It could be a person, place, a thing, a habit, an idea, a concept, anything at all. Belief system, make a note of it, let it go. January is your chance for really big change. The cosmos, the energies that are happening, you know, understand that we have been so isolated here on this planet for so long. We really have been, to the point that it's kind of like the way the United States is to the rest of the world, right? Like if you go over to Europe, you know, they know each other's customs, they, you know, speak multiple languages. And we're like these spoiled little brats over here in America that just like, you know, what? You don't know English? And it's kind of like that with the Earth in relation to the rest of the galaxy. Not even going to get into the universe, but the galaxy. We're like this isolated planet over here and an isolated consciousness. And we're bridging into more becoming galactic citizens, right? And in becoming galactic citizens is a huge shift and change for us. And the spiritual community keeps talking about the disclosure and, what's going to happen, with the ETs and the ultra terrestrials and the Galactic Federation that are assisting and supporting us in this shift and change that's happening on the planet that has been prophesized for thousands of years, all this stuff. I've done classes on it if anybody's interested. I have a couple of classes. One is embodying the master creator within, and then I have the empowerment, the path of empowerment as well. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me and ask me about that. Those classes are not expensive. I think they're around $50. But I talk all about the prophecy and how the planet is actually bridging into the new earth, or the golden age of the new human experience. So this time of January, with the cosmos and the way it is, we're all learning, and we're going to continue to learn more and more how to connect, with the galactic energies, because we are truly galactic beings. We're just terrestrial because we reside here on the planet, but we are birthed from the stars. We are birthed from the galaxy. We are birthed from the other species that live across the galaxy. So January is truly your chance for big change. It is so super supported right now and so needed right now. And the more that we can expand our consciousness and our conscious awareness, the more that we can rise within ourselves, in our vibration and as a collective consciousness, and finally reconnect with our galactic brethren, if you want to say, with our galactic families. And that's really where the golden age and the new earth is going. It's going into an age of coming into the 5D and in aligning and unifying truly, consciously, with our galactic family. So one thing to note is that this change is here. It's not going away, right? I think for a while there, we're all thinking, oh, maybe it might just smooth out and it'll go back. No, that's not what's happening. And that was really, truly never what was to happen. The shift and the change was to happen and to intensify until all the systems that are faulty or what they call inorganic, that are not sustainable, will fall and crumble, so that new sustainable ways of living and being and functioning in society, in the world, and within ourselves is birthed. So there's huge shift, huge change happening right now. And if you are a fixed sign, so if you are a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius, you might have to put a little more effort into it. And believe me, I'm the poster child for it. I'm a Leo sun and I'm a Taurus moon. So I am totally fixed. So I can prove to you that yes, it is possible. Even if you have these dominant fixed signs in your birth chart and in your natal chart, you can embody. Because once you become fixed on change, then it becomes easy, right? Once you know that change is imminent and you fix yourself on that, then it's all gravy. So one thing to look at is where has changed already happened for you, right? Where have you already shifted? Take a look at how far you've come. What have you already done? That satisfaction, that energy will give you more oomph to keep going, to keep creating more change mindfully as a co-creator in your life. So take time to reflect and consciously work on what needs to change, right? So that which has not changed, which you want to change, take the time to reflect and consciously work on that. This is a time of great, powerful new beginnings through shift, transformation, and crisis. So if you note, just taking a look at 2020, all the crisis, but because of all that crisis, look how much we've changed, both individually as well as collectively. Millions upon millions of people are waking up every day to the truth of the reality that we live in, that it's an inorganic reality. We were not meant to live in this way. We were not meant to live in suppression. We were not meant to live where we got to struggle, 50, 60, 70 hours a day just to put food on the table, or we have to struggle with health crises all the time, or we have to struggle with self-hate or low energetic patterns. We're not supposed to be living that way. Millions of people are waking up every day to realize there's something wrong, right? It's not right. And that conscious awareness, that raising of consciousness is what is shifting us into the 5D, into the new golden age. So this is a time of great, powerful new beginnings through shift, transformation, and crisis. Embrace that, right? This is those that are able to accept the change as a fact right? In these next, several years ahead, we're looking at a good solid 4 or 5 years ahead of just like, more and more shift, change, crisis, more and more surprises thrown at us from every which way from Sunday. The more that you can embrace that this is part of the ascension and part of the awakening and part of the golden age, the easier it's going to be for you. This is all about soul growth and expansion through letting go and surrendering to what it's evolving. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be okay with it. It doesn't mean you have to be happy about it. But what it does mean is that instead of resisting it and fighting against it and saying, why is this happening and it shouldn't be happening, instead focusing on what you do want to create, which is why I'm introducing you guys to this new moon manifesting and more program. It's because it's all about what do I want to create, focusing my energy on that, embodying that, and keeping myself through the support and the tools that I have available to me, focused and grounded in the reality that I want to create, that I am creating, rather than focusing on energy on all the BS that's happening, why things aren't happening the way we are, and that it shouldn't be happening that way, because that's just feeding more of the strife, more of the struggle. We want to feed what we do want and let go of what we don't want. So it's time with that being said, it's time to forgive. It's time to trust. It's time to let go. It's time to surrender. Surrender to the now, surrender what's happening to the now, and then make the appropriate shifts and changes within your mind, heart, and your actions to reflect your highest timeline, right? And you can only do that by surrendering to what is in front of you. If you reject and resist what's in front of you, you have nothing to work with. You have to actually allow it to be what it is, accept it as what it is, and then you can work with it. So raising your vibration and connecting with your higher self and your team and spirit is so important. I've been doing this for years now. It's just a lifestyle. It just always making choices that raise my vibration, making a choice to focus on what I like, making a choice to, yes, I could be with what I don't like, but then I can see through it and realize it has to happen in order for the shift to change, right? In order for the people, us to awaken, to ascend, to raise our consciousness. These shadows, this darkness, this trauma and drama has to be brought up to our conscious self to be seen, witnessed, felt, and heard in order to be released. So raising your vibration and saying, okay, that needs to happen. I'm going to contend with it. I'm going to process it. I'm going to let it go, right? And that's also part of this program that I'm introducing you guys to, because every week we're going to get together and we're going to do clearings and releasings, and we're going to do activations, and we're going to do raising vibration activities. And I'm going to show you guys all different ways of how you can integrate all different processes, protocols, and whatnot into your daily life to make it seamless for you. And connecting with your higher self and team and spirit. I mean, most of you guys have worked with me and know me. It's all about that connection. It's all about that communication. So, and that is exercising your master creator within. And we're going to talk a little bit more about what that is. Okay. I'm just going to take a drink of water. So these are tips for this month. And in the program, I'm going to have this and more. How to navigate through the energies that are coming in, what the energies mean for you, and tips on how you can navigate with it, what it is you need to work with. So allow yourself to wake up this month to something that you have been trying to avoid, right? We all have those things that like, we just don't want to deal with it. And so it's like, it's pushed to the side and the other priorities take it. It's like actually taking the reins on something and saying, you know what? This thing, I'm going to contend with it. Allow yourself to wake up to it, that what you've been trying to avoid. And by giving it conscious attention, you're going to be able to then come up with creative solutions. This is a time this month to start a new career, start a new project, embark on a new goal. This is the time, because energetically we're being supported incredibly through the cosmos, through the solar system, the alignments that are happening here so potently on change. And it's very favorable for business right now. So any kind of new thing that you're looking to create, or embark on, this is the time to do it. So take note of what you want and what needs to change in order to bring it in, and take the appropriate action step towards it. And then this is a really great journal prompt. You guys know me, I love journaling in terms of, I've got notebooks for different things because it helps me to ground all the ideas and all the energies that are running through me all the time. If your life were to be transformed by the end of 2021, what would that look like? And what would you have released? And what would you keep? And just having, like, even if you just have a 2021 journal, you know, your manifestations of 2021, you put your goals, your ideas, what it is that you want, and action steps, right? Organizing yourself with action steps, what you need to do to achieve that, what you have to let go of, or what you have to sacrifice, or what you have to minimize in order to make room for that to come in. And this is an I am statement. These I am statements are channeled statements that come in that really are a download of an energetic embodiment to support you. And you'll get these with each, in each month. So I'm open to change and welcome the embodiment of my greatest version to express itself in alignment with the highest and greatest good for all. I'm just going to say it one more time for you guys. I am open to change and welcome the embodiment of my greatest version to express itself in alignment with the highest and greatest good for all. Because that's one thing to understand. It's no longer just about me or you. It's about all of us. And when I say all of us, I mean all of us, right? Because we're all one. You know, I used to, you know, I would say it all the time. I call in and forth my higher self, Christ itself, mighty I am presence and pure source consciousness, right? And then at the end, I would say, I love you, I honor you, I bless you. And my guys just kept coming in saying, I am you. And for the longest time, I'm like, what? You know, like, I didn't get it. And now I finally get it, because what it means is that we are all one. I am you. I am you. You are me. I mean, yeah, we have that perceived space between us, but each one of us are a unique spark of the source, right? I'm just an individual consciousness stream of source. So are you. You're an individual consciousness stream of source. It's had its own journey, but you're still source. I mean, that's the name of my organization. You are source, because you're source, I'm source, we're all source. Okay. So here's about living fearlessly during this time of change. All right, as I said, change is necessary and imminent. It's not going to smooth itself out for quite some time. We're looking at several years ahead of tumultuous shift and change, tumultuousness in the terms of those that aren't awake and those that are awake, you know, those that aren't awake, you know, that are just defending the old, and those that are awake that are trying to, you know, bring us into the new. You know, that is going to cause what they call earth changes, shifts, and all this trauma and friction, right? And that's needed. You know, a gem doesn't come out as a polished gem. It needs friction to be polished. And that's quite literally the process that we're beginning right now. We're being polished. So know that you are a master creator and you are co-creating your life's experience and reality. This allows you to live fearlessly. I know that I'm a master creator and I'm co-creating my reality and co-creation with universal law and co-creation with cosmic law, but I'm the one who runs the show in my reality, right? It just has to be according to the laws, which is fine by me. But I know that everything that's coming by me is of my own creation, because you're creating every moment of every day based on what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and the impending actions and choices you make because of what you're thinking and feeling. You can't help but to create. You're a creator 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And this is a holographic reality. And I know for some people it's a little difficult to understand. And I have this in depth on my YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, I have several videos I put out in the past few weeks. You know, we are literally like projectors. We're projecting out of ourselves the reality that we expect to see. And so therefore, because we live in a universe of frequency matching, the frequency and energetics of what it is we are projecting is matched and shown back to us. This reality is constantly shifting and changing. Nothing is stagnant. Nothing is stale. Nothing stays the same. I think we can all agree to that. Everything's constantly changing. This is a holographic, morphogenetic reality. And when you realize that, then you don't take things so seriously, right? There's no like definitive, finite, end all be all. Anything can shift and change at any time. That means therefore you're never stuck. And because you're in in a place of unity where we're all one, you're never alone, right? So just understanding that really allows you to be fearless. All is happening according to divine will and a divine timing. And I know I get pushback on this, but just understand something. When they say divine will and divine timing, what that means is that your life and everything you're experiencing and everything that's coming by you and all the situations and circumstances are presenting to you because it is a culmination of everything you've thought and felt and done in the past. That's it. That's the divine will and the divine timing. You're a master creator. That's the balance between free will and destiny. You know, the destiny is gosh, back when I was a teenager and I would explain this to people, I would say to people, it's, you know, destiny is kind of like a deck of cards. You know, you get your poker hand or whatever, your 7 cards, right? That's the destiny. That's what you got to work with. But your free will is how you play those cards. So that's what divine will and divine timing is. You're the co-creator. You're having the experience in that moment in time because in due of everything you've done and felt and experienced and the choices and behaviors that you've enacted up to that moment. So when you know this, you could be fearless in the sense that you know nothing is happening to you. Everything's happening for you based on what you have embodied up into that moment. Very important concept to understand, and truly allows you to be fearless in understanding that it's not like something's coming out of nowhere. It's not like there's no rhyme or reason. Everything has a reason. There's a purpose behind everything, and there's a reason behind everything of why it's happening. And it really has to do with you. So reach out for support, reach out to your team in spirit, reach out to community. Again, that's why I'm, introducing this to you guys. Is the community that we will create online. So no matter where we are, no matter what's happening in the world, we have each other, right? As family, as resource, as community, as those that are truly showing the way for others on how to embody their master creator that's within them and forge the path of the new age, of the new golden age. And plenty of tools, so many tools that are available to us. And just asking for those tools to present, whether you choose to come on this journey and continue it or not. There's tools everywhere. I mean, I have them up on YouTube, and there's so many of us out there, that are sharing tools. You have your tools too, I'm sure, and you have your tools, and we can all put our tools together in a pot, and what works, what doesn't work, what works for one doesn't work for another, so we all have something to share and to provide with each other. And that's what makes community so beautiful, especially when we have that higher projected timeline in our hearts, moving forward. It's just beautiful. So focus on what you do want and let go of what you don't want. Simple. Know that you're never alone, right? I already said this, and you're never stuck. Your health, your well-being is so important in living fearlessly. Take care of you. Your body's a temple. This is your physical vehicle that allows you to play in this physical world. Take care of it. Adrenal health, nerve health, so important right now, right? I mean, even the most grounded of all of us can get knocked off, from time to time with all the hoopla that's happening in the world, right? Pay attention to your body, pay attention to your temple, nourish yourself, love yourself. If you don't do it, who will, right? Take care of you, so important. When you are healthy and you are aligned within yourself, you can handle whatever the externals, throw in you with a lot more ease and grace. Practice letting go of judgment and embracing forgiveness and gratitude. Those 3 things, wow, will shift your life in a heartbeat. Just by embodying that, letting go of judgment, letting go of judging yourself, letting go of judging others, embracing forgiveness, using the Ho'oponopono prayer. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And just having gratitude, starting each day. What are you thankful for? I'm thankful for my home. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my food. I'm thankful for my money, whatever it is. Gratitude, frequency wise, is on the same level and frequency as abundance and love. When you think about it, when you're thankful and grateful, you're just opening up, right? Good stuff. Okay, so how working with the moon and the cosmos changes your life. So aligning with the natural rhythm of the universe, becoming empowered and inspired, embodying the natural forces of nature and the cosmos. I'll tell you, it's like, I use the analogy of the salmon. Everybody knows the salmon. you know, when it swims along with the stream, it's easy peasy, ease and flow, right? But when it is struggling, going against the current of the energy of the flow of that water, man, the amount of energy it has to exert, you know, I think it does it until it finally gets to where it needs to go, and then it dies. It's you know, and so that's what it is. When you're working with the moon and the cosmos, you're surfing the wave, you know. Life becomes much more an adventure, as difficult as things may be, just because you know, it's like, I've got the power, you know, that song that's like, I've been singing that song to myself for almost a year now, because it's like, I just feel so, because I have the tools, the knowledge, the connection, and it all just comes together. And then you just start to feel like, okay, you can handle things. You can, whatever comes your way, you know that it'll sort itself out, you know, but you just got to let go. You have to let go. You got to surrender. You got to trust. So connect, and I spoke about this earlier, connecting with the galactic forces of which you are part. Oh my God. I mean, just thinking about that, you know, like just actually opening yourself and connecting, how uplifting that is and how high vibe that is. It's so empowering. You come to understand through knowing and experience that we are subject to the universal laws and are affected by everything around us. Everything, right? We used to think and feel like, oh, my thoughts are my own, my feelings are my own, and that's my burden and it doesn't affect anybody around you. No, 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 no. Everything you think, everything you feel affects everything around you. It affects your children, your spouse, even affects the plants, the animals. All organic beings are affected by energy, and you can't help but be an energetic being. So just understanding that and knowing that and living your life from that place, you definitely start to embrace a higher perspective and a higher timeline. So take advantage of the energetics so that you're working in alignment with them and not against them, right? We covered that. And you are empowered and reminded of the bigger picture. And may work on your goals and dreams effectively and efficiently. When you're working with the moon and the cosmos, like I have rituals and various practices, and I always have something going on, whether it's a new moon, a full moon, whether it's a conjunction, whatever is going on. I always have these tools and rituals and these practices that I put in. So I'm constantly reminded of that galactic connection. I'm constantly reminded of the bigger picture, not just myself, but what's happening in the world, what's happening in the community, and how everything is working in symmetry and how everything affects everything else. And, you know, there's nothing like that to raise your consciousness and to raise your vibration. And what happens is your dreams, your goals, you know, you start working on them a lot more effectively and efficiently. So supportive and highly effective tools of the master creator. Let me just take a look at the time. Okay, good. All right. Knowing that you're creating 24/7, we covered that. Believing that you can create anything, because you can. You're a master creator. You can't help but create. It's just where you put in your energy. Consciousness expansion through stillness and awareness. Very important. For me, that was such a drag for the longest time. I hated like sitting around meditating, you know, but just, and I'm going to share with you guys various ways of doing that without doing it the, you know, traditional way, or just figuring out a way that works for you to just come into stillness and open up, you know, your perceptive awareness. Connection. I just spoke about that, that connection to everything, everyone, you know, with everything that's happening on this planet right now, truly what is going to bring us through unscathed as much as we possibly can is through unity. The more that we come together and we unify with each other, the easier this journey will be in these next few years. There's a reason why the galactics, ultra-terrestrials or extraterrestrials have not just come down and say, hey, here we are. It's because we're not ready for it. Because we're still fighting with each other. We're still me against you and them against us and separation. And if we're doing that with each other as earthlings, human beings, how do you think we would be with them? You know, they know this. They could see this from a mile away. So they're literally just waiting for the collective consciousness to to hit a certain threshold of consciousness to let them know that it'll be okay to do it. If we don't hit that certain threshold of consciousness, of unity consciousness, then it's going to do more damage to us. And that's the last thing that they want, is for us to have more pain or suffering. Okay. So ownership of your life's experiences, your choices and creations. We talked about that. Responsibility. No more blame, no more victims. It's not anybody's fault. I say that all the time to my son, you know, like, it's not anybody's fault. Things happen. There's no blame, no judgment here. Everything happens just as it should. Just be okay with that and let it go, right? And don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that you just lay over. If there's something that triggers you, then, you know, there's a triggering process. I have a whole video about working with triggers. It's not to say to ignore these things. You don't ignore them, but you just don't focus on them. You don't worry about them. You don't spend time stewing over how it could have been different or why would that happen. You know, it's like, no, just be present with what is happening and work with it. If it's triggering you, work with the triggers. Sovereignty. Sovereignty is supreme power and authority and ownership over your life. What you do, you have that, just exercise it. Not facing our fears, but just facing fears. Knowing the gifts and expansion opportunity in facing your fears. Our fears are our greatest opportunities for growth and expansion, because our fears are that which blocks us and keeps us contained. Once you face that, once you contend with that thing that you're avoiding, that fear, whatever that is, once you move through it, the energy that is freed up with that is wonderful. And that comes back to you and complements your life and expands your life force energy. Working with your shadow and your light on equal level, right? So again, it goes back to triggers, being very simplistic here for the sake of time, but working with the aspects of yourself that you don't like, working with the aspects of yourself or the aspects of life in general that tick you off, anger you, frustrate you, working with those, as well as working on unifying and light and love, and, you know, working on connecting with your team and, you know, all your favorite books that you love to read about spirituality and expansion. Do both, not just one or the other. And learning to love yourself and this creative unfolding process, right? Life is literally unfolding before us. Embrace it. Embrace the process. Okay, so we're getting to the end here, and then we're going to do the manifestation meditation. So what is Moon Manifesting and More? So this is a weekly interactive online group. We're going to meet on Sundays. This is going to take the place of the usual Sunday night meditation that I typically was doing between 8 and 9. So we're going to try something different. And we're going to be doing this from 7:30 to 9 p.m. EST time, 4 times a month. Depending upon what's going on cosmically, if it's not a new moon or a full moon, we may just do it from 7:30 to 8:30, just to keep that in mind. We're going to discuss the latest cosmic and global energy updates. I'm going to guide you guys in using basic astrology to understand what these planetary events and transitions, what they mean for you and how you may navigate them. And take advantage of the powerful energies that are being available to you at that time. You'll have full support and guidance in your manifestation and embodiment process. I'm going to provide you guys with so many different tools and processes, protocols, rituals, all sorts of things. And you could pick or choose from that what works for you and what doesn't. And it's all in support in providing you with staying embodied, grounded, aligned, balanced, and focused, right? And not just with your manifestations, but just in life, right? In what's happening in the world, you know, in any way that I can assist and support you, I will. So I'll provide you with pretty much everything that I know and everything that I've used and everything that I've known that has worked in terms of keeping yourself focused while everything is kind of shifting and craziness around you, right? And in this, you're going to get to connect and utilize the group synergy to supercharge your transformation and manifestation within the group container. So this group container, because I'm doing this on a monthly basis, it's for the full month. So it's not like you're just in the group container synergy and support at the time that we're doing it on Sunday. That's going to lead to the next Sunday and the next Sunday and next Sunday. So it's a full month of support. And also during that time, if there's any questions that you have or anything that you didn't understand or you're having difficult with, you could just reach out to me and just say, hey, I need help with this or clarification. I'll help you out with it. We're going to have weekly guided meditations, live channeled healings, clearings and activations, all in support of the new you, of your new life and the new earth, really in supporting you and embodying the new human experience on the ascended Gaia. Okay. You will need your birth chart, natal chart for the gatherings, and I will supply you with some free resources if you don't have one already that you know that you can go to and get a free birth chart, so that we could take a look at where you are, so that each time there is a shift, it's mostly going to be around the moon, the new moons, full moons, where they are in your chart, how they're affecting you, what houses they're affecting, and what you're being supported in at that time to manifest. It's all about manifesting, creating. Okay. So you can, if you're interested in joining, please email me, message me, say yes. I think you guys all have my email address. You know, I'm on Facebook. You could just plug my name in if you're not connected with me already. I'm the only Daniela Alina Viola on Facebook. The investment for this, I'm doing it very low because I want as many people as possible to join. It's only $111 a month. That is to be paid in the beginning of the month. I'm not breaking it up into weeks because it's just going to be too difficult for me to track who paid this week, who didn't pay. It's just in the beginning of the month, and then you're good for the rest of the month. You don't have to come live each week. I'm going to be recording these, and then I'm going to put them up on a private section on YouTube. So you'll be able to access the videos through YouTube by utilizing the same email address that you use to log into your YouTube account. Okay. And, you know, please share this with others. I'm running a referral program for this. For everybody that you refer that actually signs up and does the month with us, it's $10 off for you and $10 off for them. Okay. Because I really feel that this is just so important with everything that's ahead of us. I'm so excited for all the shift and change, and I'm excited to support you in this radical, tumultuous time that we're all going through personally and collectively. You know, I've been talking about this for years. For any of you guys that were with me up in New York, you know, I was talking about this when we were doing the live classes up there years ago. So when this all started coming down in March of 2020, I just knew that finally the awakening and the ascension was here, and I was ready to buckle down and to step up, because I always knew that that's why I was born. That's why I'm here. So it means a lot to me to support you guys. So the more people that we can get on here that are ready to embrace the shift and change, and to, you know, be supportive and to share and to open up, I welcome them wholeheartedly. So I thank you for your love and assistance with getting whichever willing hearts are so called. Okay, so I think that is it. I'm so proud of myself. I talked so fast that I actually got through it all. Yay. Okay, so does anybody have any questions or anything before we get into this last section of moon manifesting meditation? Okay. I think I just talked everybody's ear off. Okay. All righty. Very good. Okay. So are you guys all ready for the moon manifesting meditation? Nobody has any questions or anything? Okay. Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. All right. Thank you. Okay. So what I'm going to invite you guys to do is to, again, sit back, relax, close your eyes. You're going to make sure that your pen and paper are right by you. Okay. And at some point, I'm going to have you, writing down what comes to you. Okay. And just taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you can comfortably, just ensure that your feet are connected flat to the ground. And if that's not possible or comfortable for you, then, you can just have your feet where they are so long as nothing is crossed. And what you can do is take 2 brown triangles, or I should say pyramids, one under each foot. Just energetically place 2 brown pyramids, one under each foot. Oh yeah, like I just did that, and I could feel the energy running right through my feet. That's just grounding you into the earth. And just imagine a brown line coming from the pyramid going all the way into the earth. And then place another brown pyramid in the base chakra. Nice and grounding. Securing you, keeping you safe. Beautiful. And just bringing the attention into the heart center. Just bringing your attention to the center of the center of the center of the heart. The source of spark within. The spark of source within. And just breathing into the heart center and illuminate that spark. And breathing in and brightening that spark. And then as you breathe out, expand that light, that spark of source within the heart. Expand it out in a beautiful ball of gold and diamond light. Breathing in and illuminate. Breathing out and radiate. Expanding that beautiful heart center. Gorgeous. The heart center is the golden diamond gateway, your direct connection to source. Simply opening the heart allows source energy to flow in and through and around your body. And breathing in, illuminate. Breathe out and radiate. And allow that beautiful golden diamond light to encompass your entire body, till your whole entire body is encapsulated in beautiful golden diamond light. Pure source light radiance is moving freely within, through, and around your fields, unifying every aspect, every level, every layer of your beingness, unified in one unified field of light, within, through, and around your entire body. Calling in and forth all chakras, unify as one within the heart center. One unified field of light. Beautiful. And I now invite you, as the divine master creator that you are, living in this holographic reality. I invite you to create the hologram of you projecting out from your heart how you see yourself embodied as your greatest version. Just creating the hologram right in front of you. It's beaming from your heart, the version of you that is the very highest and greatest version of you. The most beautiful, beloved, aligned version. In alignment with Source, with your divinity, your purity. And what does that look like? That hologram projected right out in front of you. What does it feel like? And breathe. And how have you changed? And what have you let go of in order to embody the greatest version of yourself? And where is that big change in your life? And I invite you to take your pen to paper or pencil to paper and just make a note. What needs to be let go of? In order to let that new version of you in. What is it that you need to do in order to make space for that manifestation? And make a note. Ask yourself, what am I scared of? What scares me? What am I fearful of? What makes me feel insecure or unsure? What is my greatest fear? What is it that makes me fearful? And how does this fear hold me back? How and where in my life does it hold me back? And now imagine for a moment letting that fear go. Just letting it go completely. You can take it and crumple it up and burn it. You can transmute it in pure white light. As with your consciousness, just take it, release it. Say thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the signs. I acknowledge you. I feel you, fear. I see you, fear. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for allowing me to know myself better. That you are no longer needed. And so I transmute you to the light. And I let you go completely. And see it being transmuted, engulfed in the light. And sent straight to source. To be transmuted in some other form. And now with this fear completely gone from your life, explore. How is your life different now? With this fear completely gone. Just make a note of that. What has shifted? What has changed? Am I freer? Am I healthier? Am I more peaceful? More alive? More abundant? More true to myself? And now still with that hologram of you in front of you, now embodied as your greatest version, witnessing the shift and the change, and the upgrade in your experience of life and beingness I now invite you to take a step into that version of you and merge with that hologram. Merge as one. And declare yourself anew as the upgraded expression of you as your greatest version. With that higher frequency anchored into the heart, step into your new human experience. And breathe. What does that feel like for you? Lean into the feelings. Lean into the experience of it. Really allow yourself to feel it. And experience all the emotions of it. And say to yourself, I now lovingly follow my heart and allow myself to align with my higher being. I am magnetically drawing to me what makes my heart sing, my life lighter and more fulfilled. I am putting my energy into the new, which is evolving in my life. And I am conscious of the doors which are closing, and I lovingly and gratefully allow them to close with the utmost of grace and ease. I welcome in and forth the synchronicities and opportunities supporting me in the fulfillment of this manifestation. I call in and forth my higher self. I am presence. I am oversoul and pure source consciousness to blend, mend, and merge with this body and being. All chakras unified as one unified field of light within, through, and around my entire body. Galactic levels and the most highest vibrational, most loving angelics. Star family and star councils working with me and all enlightened ancestors. Come and assist and support in this declaration of beingness in the name of the cosmic divine master creator that I am. I command for the releasing and letting go in complete dissolution into the light of all lower level constructs, patterns, programming, beliefs, judgments, fears, phobias, hidden subconscious ego agendas, and any other lower level constructs and thought forms in this or any other language that no longer serves me. I completely release and let go of the need to suffer, the need to hold on, the need to hold back, victim consciousness, lack consciousness, unworthiness, not enough, self-sacrificing, and self-judging, and hating through patterns, habits, programs, imprinting, and behaviors that has ever registered upon me on any level or layer within my cellular memory, genetic or ancestral lineage across all realities seen and unseen. Be gone now. I lovingly let go into the light for transmutation and regeneration as overseen by my higher self. In releasing all that does not serve me, I gratefully make room within my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies and fields for new, fresh prana to deliver, bless, and imbue upon and within me all that is available to me as appropriately guided by my higher self in service to my awakening as the master creator manifest that I am. I am free to be me. I am whole and complete, just as I am in my own perfection, positioned perfectly in my life in divine alignment with Source according to and with universal law. Synchronicities and opportunities abound and are a constant part of my conscious reality. With open arms and an open awakened heart, I gratefully receive these gifts of co-creation in union with the Creator, Source, God. I know that my external reality is a mirror reflection of my inner reality. I take full responsibility for all of my experiences, choices, actions, reactions, thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. I know that as a sovereign being, my thoughts and feelings are by choice, and I choose to align myself and embody higher vibrational choices, and now work with all of these aspects of myself in alignment with my highest and greatest good, and welcome in and forth my Master Creator Self with an open mind and loving heart. I am grateful for the opportunities and the challenges that present within my reality, knowing that each challenge and each difficulty is brought in and forth through my higher self in service to my expansion of consciousness, awakening, and ascension. I embrace these challenges, releasing judgment of myself and the external. I face these challenges and difficulties with an open heart, grounded and aligned in the truth and knowing that all is happening for me and not to me. I am a responsible co-creator and now choose to qualify all of my thoughts, actions, and behaviors in alignment with the very highest projected timeline for myself and all of creation. I am a divine, sovereign, empowered cosmic being of pure source light. I lovingly and compassionately embrace all of my light and my shadow equally, and continue to invite and connect with the shadows within me so I may shine my light ever brighter. The more I bring consciousness to the shadow within me, the more opportunity I have to transmute the density and darkness into the light. My light therefore expands and I radiate ever brighter, holding a higher vibrational set point and increased light quotient within my physical vehicle each moment. I ordain this as guided by my higher self with unconditional love and infinite gratitude, in alignment with the divine plan, under all forces and graces of the universal life force, the universal intelligent field, and the Creator Source. Thank you. I love you, I honor you, I bless you. I am you. We are one. I'm just taking a couple of nice deep breaths here. Okay. Right. So I invite you to come back into the space. And you can wiggle your toes, move your fingers. Okay. I see some of you guys waking up. All right, good. You're still with me. All right. Very good. Okay. So this is, and I'm so proud of myself. I made it at 9 o'clock. I'm like, yay. Yay. Last time I did a class, I went over like so much. I was like, oh my gosh. So I really made it a concerted effort to align myself. I asked my team, make sure it ends at this time. And they did a good job with it. Good. Excellent. So the next few days, you know, just take care of yourselves. There was a lot of shifting happening in the meditation. There's a lot of energy moving through you guys. I'm sure you all felt it in your own way, but just drink plenty of water. It's a good thing. It's the end of the day, so you could just relax, integrate. Your dreams may be a little wooky tonight. That's okay. And you may encounter some shifts, right? Most of you guys have worked with me before, so you know what that looks like or what that can look like. So, you know, aches, pains, shifting in consciousness, things seem really weird, right? Dizzy, all sorts of stuff, feeling like you're sick, right? So many things, deep fatigue, confusion, that's all just shifting, right? So just be loving and compassionate and kind and gentle with yourself during the process, and be sensitive to it, right? If you feel something in your body, pay attention to it. Your body is always talking to you, okay? So lots of good water, good food, good loving thoughts, right? And just take good care of yourself. And I hope to see you guys in the program. Reach out to me if you're interested in it. I'm going to be posting this up. I'm going to send you guys a link to it. And I love you all. And just so excited to be here with everybody. Thank you so much. Okay. Have a wonderful night. Be well.